So interesting action this morning. This horrible consumer confidence number came out, and the market pulled back a little bit, and then it rallied a lot. What do you think? Maybe the bears' backs are broken now, or?
You know what? This is a couple days in a row already where we get continued strength in the marketplace, and we keep talking about how the bears are in the grips now of the bulls, and they keep getting run over at every pass. And I've been getting emails sent in to us here at Shine's Room that talk about people being bearish and people saying the market's toppy right here and we've reached the top and so on, and then we squeeze out again and again and again. What happened this morning, we got a negative confidence number. A lot of these numbers are already starting to get sort of delayed. So now you have numbers coming out from an old cycle as we may be rebuilding after the Fed and putting in some sort of measures into the marketplace. So we saw a huge gap down after the number. We were probably down on, let's say, the Dow a little bit over 100 points, if I'm not mistaken. Just to rally back, gain some strength, and continue to use the leadership that we've seen out there in the marketplace, including tech, even financials, to then rally positive and go positive. Obviously, here in Shine's Room, we talk about minute by minute, actual play-by-play of what we see going on out there in the marketplace. And as we see the strength developing, as we see levels and strong names continue to be strong, as we talked about all morning, that's where I put my focus today. And we're going to go into some of the stocks and some of the areas where I saw strength and I capitalized on it.
Yeah, so here's my next question, because it's a really great experience for me to be here again, for the past week or so. I learned to trade from you, and I see it again and again, and I'm really impressed that no matter what the market does, it's up like 500 points, it's down 500 points, or it's not doing anything, almost unchanged, and every day you're up on your P&L. How do you do that? What's your secret?
It's pretty interesting, and thank you for the compliment. As you guys know, and you watch my screen live every day, or you watch our broadcast every day, or you listen to myself or the rest of the team of Market Masters, you see on my screen, I try to put P&L, profit and loss, on the profit side on my screen every single day. And thank you for joining us and being here every day and bringing some of these market recaps to life and getting us more interactive with our community. I pride myself in putting together these strings of consistency. Well, I think consistency is the key to this business. So you guys watch my screen. Some days I'll make $500. Sometimes I'll make $1,500. Sometimes I'll make $10,000 or $2,000 or $150,000 each day. But what I do is I try not to lose, and I'd rather be the person who does this for a living, and my style is a consistent style that people can emulate. And when we talk about Shine's Room, it's not copy what Shine does in any way. It's about emulating Shine's style of consistency. What I do is I go with what the market shows me to do. Everybody else has a prediction. I go with what the market shows me. If the market shows me strength in a certain area, in a certain space, and we talk about it, and I get confirmation with the community, as we got today, and we'll go into that. We talk about stock that I made money in. That's something that provides for me to have a consistent track record, and you see it every day, and some people almost can't believe it. I've actually had stories where just recently one of our traders called me up and said he told some of his other traders to come on board into Shine's Room and listen to the trading broadcast. They said, why should we? And they said, because this guy Shine makes money almost every single day. And they said there's no chance that anybody could be doing that, all different market conditions, and the answer is yes. Over the past 13 years, I've never had a losing year, and I put consistency starting one day at a time, one trade at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. For the thousands of traders that are either learned under me, either traded with me, or worked with me at some point, has seen my style work in every single marketplace. And that's why Shine's Room was also created, so now everybody around the world can participate in all of us trading together under my guidance and leadership and moderation. So I'm going to just hop into one of those trades.
Show us some example.
Okay. If you guys follow us onto my screen.
Let us follow your thinking.
Okay, so if you follow me to my screen here, here's the name CBOU. CBOU is my best name of the day. Only $560. As you guys know, most of the time I trade the open, trade pretty aggressively. I might have made that in the first hour or 2 hours of the day. Some of the other names I made some money on also. If you look, and you particularly look at some of my names on the losing side. So once again, I had about, I don't know what that is, probably about 8 winners and about 7 losing positions. If you look at my biggest losing position is $59. I lost in a stock $59. Thank you for zooming in. $59 here is my biggest losing position. My biggest winning position, 560. Second, 140. Did I make $1 million? No. Is it a very handsome living? Is it something that people all over the world want to try to achieve? Definitely. So if you take a look at what I did on this stock, CBOU, there was strength in this name, and I've been following it. It's one of the coffee names, and it's a little bit of a secret coffee name, I'd say, sort of off the radars. You have GMCR, Starbucks, everybody knows. You have JVA is another one of the names in the space. I identified strength early on in that space. Watched this name as it broke out. I believe my first post was about 1450. So as I watched it, 1450 on the breakout, called it out, said watch this name. It's strong. I got in over here. I then rode the first wave, took it again, really capitalized throughout the day, not in big size as you could see, but took advantage of what the market showed me. So I look for continued strength in an area. I look for continued follow through in an area. Remember, trading is about being on a pattern. So if you see a pattern continuing, you want to be on that side of the pattern. You don't want to be the contrarian on the other side of the pattern where that person's short at the bottom of every pull-in a strong stock in a strong market. So just going back also here, right here, just to show you, this was after the consumer confidence number over here on, this is the Diamonds, DIA, as it pulls in another bottom down here, almost double bottom, then a rally through the rest of the day. If you look at over here, and this should lead us into tomorrow, and another one of our broadcasters, 8Ball, picked this spot right here, if you can see towards the top part of the screen. And he said he feels that there's some resistance at this point. He's watching it, got short in this area, talked about on the broadcast on why he felt strongly about it. And if you look at what the market did, not only into the close, but this is after the close, this is on the Diamonds, which is an ETF following the Dow. This is the follow through. So it's a combination of going in tomorrow's ADP number, and also we have some MOCs, market on close orders, that brought the market down into the close.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive call right up there. Just like the other day when you called the bottom of the market.
Right.
So it's really useful to listen to Shine's Room broadcast.
Okay, thanks. And we do that, pretty often. Sometimes people say, we just had an instance last week where somebody said, Shine, there was an unbelievable call calling the bottom of the marketplace. And then I said, and I made a joke that everybody gets lucky once in a while. And then people from all over the community shouted back, how about yesterday? How about 3 days ago? How about last week? How about last month? How about 5 years ago and 3 years ago? Instinct in the marketplace is something that you can't replace through a machine, through a black box. Only you can replace it through experience. And we have the experience here, and that's why we put it out to the community.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.